So the focus for this update for us has been on just making sure we're adding lots of great new content for the game. So we've got new units, more things for people to do, really so that every day you come back there's plenty you can be getting on with, whether that's short-term daily objectives or kind of medium to long-term achievements that you're working towards. So we've got 4 great new units coming up. We've got 3 new Chaos units going in and 1 Destruction unit. With Destruction, we've got the Cave SQUIGS. These kind of act like a series of mines. When triggered, they'll tear out the ground, they'll tear out the enemies, and then they'll charge off down the battlefield towards the enemy general. We've got the Mask of SLAANESH, which is like a Chaos summon, and she enters the battlefield, she does this dance of death. She'll attack enemy units, doing damage to them whilst buffing your units while she dances across the battlefield. We've got the Rot Flies from Nurgle. They're going to be a great flying troop. Most of our troops today have been on the ground, so these guys are going to help kind of dominate the skies. And finally, we've got the Blood Warriors. Now, these are great troops for Chaos. When you deploy them to the battlefield, they get really mad and they'll charge up and then they'll tear off and steam into other enemies, taking them on.
So the Mask of SLAANESH was a really exciting character to work on because she's continually dancing and moving within the lore. And so when we had our animators looking at that, they filmed a model doing some dancing, and we tried to piece all that together in such a way that we had this continuous flowing movement that it's a challenge actually within the game to make that work from a gameplay point of view, but it looks really cool. And also people get really excited about different parts of the world as well. So there might be a treat for a few Seraphon fans coming in the near future. We've got a unit there who's mega powerful, but could be really exciting. And I think as we assess which units to go in, we're always trying to look at where our gaps are and which units would be exciting both from a gameplay point of view, but also visually exciting and stunning.
So of course we've just done a recent matchmaking update. It's an ongoing task for us. It's quite a science to get it just right, because of course we have to make it work at the very bottom end for players who've just started, and of course people who have got right to the end who are kind of top of the leaderboard. You know, it's difficult to make it work perfectly for everyone, but there's something we're continuing to refine. So hopefully with the latest update you've just seen, the matchmaking bands will be a lot fairer, so new players to the game won't be matched against people with such high battle points. We're also making sure we balance the game better, so there was a recent deck that was a very powerful way of taking down generals really quickly. We've made some real positive changes to address that, whilst we still keep the strategy, but it just makes the other counters way more viable now.
We've got a few things going on for Halloween. Obviously the Halloween in itself doesn't exist within the Age of Sigmar universe, but we are living in a time within that world when the Necroquake has happened, and so all the dead and the spirits are around in the world. And so we've brought that into our front end. There's a whole load of spirits moving around there, and it's definitely taken on a distinctly creepy turn. AR Free Camp is a great new mode we've got coming into our latest update, and what it allows players to do is to take those victories and replays of those victories and have a dynamic camera which they can move around using the phone in real space to film that battle from different angles and different viewpoints. They can record that and then they can cut that together into videos that they can share online. So obviously that's a great resource for YouTubers and content creators and anyone who just wants to make a cool video of them beating their friends.
For the future, we're going to continue to add tons of great new content. We're going to have new events that will tie in with kind of seasonal things. We're going to have new content for guilds. Of course, we're going to be adding tons of great new units to the game. We really listen to our fans. We want to make sure that you know, if you're a Chaos player, there's going to be plenty of Chaos units for you, same for Death, etc. So you'll be able to make, like, you know, lore-specific decks. I can't give you details on all the new units we've got planned, but let's just say some of them are absolutely amazing. Some of them might kind of come from the sea and be quite bestial.